Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
In this video, I'm going to share with you 13 traits which I feel Indians, predominantly men, but maybe you can say women, need to change if they have to be respected globally. Okay? You feel free to comment down below. And those of you who suddenly jump the gun and say, hey, racist and all that, I'm an Indian passport holder. I have interacted with Indians my entire life. And, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. For those of you new to my channel, name is Loy Machedo. I focus on helping people get well-paying jobs in the Middle East, especially Dubai, UAE. I'm a personal branding strategist. Okay, so people from India, when they go abroad, they obviously want 5 times, 10 times the salary. So the right candidate always gets that. And then people also want jobs in Canada, Australia, all these Europe, all these other countries. So kind of they get in touch with me. Been doing that for nearly 20 years. And then people book my services for coaching, consulting, when they have personal or professional problems and they need guidance. Okay, so what are my list of 13 in no particular order? These are the 13 Indian behaviors that really piss me off. Okay, the first one. Indians have this innate ability of spitting, pissing, and defecating. Okay. Spitting is very normal. It's like they will eat something and they'll, pan, it's called betel leaf spitting. And, even if you go to Dubai, you'll see there's so many areas where it's actually spit, that reddish mark, they're spitting. And then on top of that, you have India. Oh, goodness. I get so disgusted when they do that. And then there is even, they'll blow their snot publicly and throw it out. What the hell is, oh goodness. And then when Indian men especially, if they have to go to piss, well, it looks like the whole of India is a toilet. You can just go and piss anywhere on any wall. I've seen this. I was hanging around with this guy who I had booked his services for a business trip in India. And next thing you know, he's pissing on the bloody wall. I was like, what? And then after he zips and all that, he doesn't even wash his hand. He doesn't even sanitize, nothing. And he goes and shakes someone else's hand. And I was like, oh man, come on. And then obviously it is the shitting part. And for that, you don't have to go very far. Just travel in the Indian trains in the morning and you'll get the smell of not only leaves burning, but also the fresh, pungent smell of people defecating on the roads. You'll literally see a sausage fest of everyone doing it. So I don't need to say. So the first one is, I don't know if it has changed in India, but this is one thing which is very common. But abroad, you'll see the people spitting is generally are Indians, okay, with this pan. So that's number one. Number two, the second behavior is stealing. And I'm not talking of robberies and all that. I mean, if they go to a hotel, if they stay in a hotel, and that also, we are not talking of people who are poor, people who have money. But the most guilty one are the middle class people. They will steal. Okay, you want to take the soap, fine. You want to take the shampoo bottles, fine. But then they take towels, which is not for free. They take even the big towels. There have been people who have taken, ashtrays and decor, and some have even taken the remotes. In fact, I've spoken about this in my other videos. Here in Thailand, especially where I stay, I have people working in 5-star hotels here. When it's an Indian contingent that comes there, the staff are given strict warning to check every single day, and they have a checklist, including security cameras outside, not in the room. Full checklist. And before they check out, the full checklist, they have to make sure, Others, you'll be deducted if anything is missing. You can't say that, oh, I don't know where it is. So they make sure of that. And if you thought that was shameless enough, when they go for a buffet or buffet as you call it, you'll see, you take one plate and you take what you want. They take what they want as a mountain, a heap, as if they've never seen food. And then, the croissant and sandwiches and apple and oranges, they'll put in their bag. And how expensive is a bloody croissant? How expensive is a bloody orange, man? Okay, in a 5-star hotel, maybe it'll cost you a little bit more, but you're staying there, right? And this hotel, its name is W. This staff told me that they actually even took, seriously, they took grilled items. This lady was busy putting in the bag. And it was captured on camera. Can you imagine putting grilled items in your bag where there's supposed to be money? So stealing is another thing. They steal tissues. They steal even these slippers that you put, like fluffy ones. They've tried to take that. Okay, so stealing is one. And you can search online on YouTube, I think, Indian tourist caught in Bali when they were trying to steal. Okay. Then not knowing how to behave when you go to another country. I've spoken about this also. Whenever there's an Indian, like a plane filled with Indians when they come down, one is the smell. It's like somebody opened a door with the explosion of a toilet fart. They have this pungent smell. I don't know. Is it the Indian curry or chicken tikka masala? Whatever it is. But it definitely is grooming and hygiene. Okay. So with hairy hands and hairy everything, and they try to look cool with their sunglasses. Now, if it's not the smell, it is the loud noise. अरे भोसड़ी के अरे तेरी माँ के चूतिए अरे ये अरे इसको देगा. So loudly they talk, and it's all profanities. And it's like, hey, look at me, I'm an Indian tourist, look at me, ha ha ha. And they'll be very loud, very brash. They just do not know how to behave. And if that was not bad enough, some of them don't even know how to use toilets. Seriously. Oh goodness. In when I traveled, and that was the last time I ever traveled in Air India, the guy who went before me, oh man, I opened the door. Oh. I don't want to give you any details, but use your imagination. And it was smelling of bloody rotten onions and garlic. Oh, I just refuse to go to the toilet. They just do not know. Man, you at least clean up the place, man. The whole thing was manky. I was like, man, I'm not. And Air India, the Air India. I made a video of this previous one. The air hostess, I've never seen an air hostess who had sweat patches. She had tires like folded, and she was like this old lady. She was not like a wrinkled, like a fat, really fat old lady. And I was like, what the hell is this, man? And sweat patches, man. Just sweat patches from a bloody this thing. I was like, what the hell is this? So I was like, namaste, yeah, whatever. And then the guys sitting in the aircraft, I'm not exaggerating this. Even in Emirates, I was sitting in economy. After that, I've always made it a point to travel business. Yes, the seat. You're supposed to sit properly on a seat, like sit down. These guys are sitting on top of the seat, one leg up and squatting on top of the seat. And all of them are sitting like a group and throwing stuff and what. And this is not labor class people. These are all college or youngsters or maybe working class people, like not 30, 40-year-old with families, but bachelors. And I was given a seat next to this family. You could, the smell itself, it was like, one was an auntie, one was an uncle, and they both smelled like, you know what it is. So I had to manage. So they just don't know how to behave. And it seems that these fast trains and all that is come in India. And it seems, there also, they are actually taking a blade and writing their names and cutting stuff and trying to take ashtrays and all that. I saw some of the video article. I was like, what the bloody? And even worse is when these super trains are passing by, it seems some kids are throwing stones because they find it funny. Whoosh. This is sad. Huh? I'll tell you, it's really sad. Sad thing about our Indians. Number 4, which I've told you, is yes, hygiene, the smell. Even prostitutes over here, the bar girls, if it's an Indian, they don't want. They don't care what it is. They just don't. One is they know for a fact the smell is bad, the hygiene is bad. And then on top, top of that, you always have one guy, she might talk to them. And then next thing you know is he wants a discount. And then he wants, okay, both my friends. Okay, 3 of my friends. Like, what are you doing, man? And then sometimes even after having sex, then they bargain. So, but top of the list is not the bargaining part and the headache that comes. It is the smell. It is like having that carpet of hair all over, and that also, it stinks. It stinks of some, as if instead of putting perfume or something, they put curry and masala and they rubbed it all over. So, and I'll tell you, whenever I see Indian tourists, and don't ask. Okay, number 5. When they see a foreigner, they don't know how to behave. Or this has happened, forget happening in India. This has happened here with me. I was 7-Eleven. It happened, I think, 2 or 3 days ago. There were these 4 guys or 5 guys in 7-Eleven. I came there with my wifey and my baby, stopped the scooter. And as soon as we walked in, these guys were like, hey, isko dekh, isko dekh, isko dekh. So I understood what they're saying. My wife and baby went one side, and this guy is, obviously I know he's a tourist. So he's trying to take a selfie. And I'm not stupid, man. He takes his phone and, like, as I'm walking, and, he's talking in Hindi. And some things I couldn't follow, but then he's like, aise bhi item aate hain yahan, and this and that. And I just walked and I didn't bother because I didn't want to create a scene. So, and, I find that very cheap. You just don't know how to behave. And then obviously he was standing at the counter with his friends when I came there. And then he was like, hi, how are you? Very good, very good. Wow, wow. And yeah, in Hindi, which I can understand, you're calling me a fucking dickhead and piece of shit and mental retard and all those bad words. In English, you're saying, wow, wow, wow. Come on, man. You just don't know how to behave. You're so bloody classless. Number 6, which is even worse, is when they see a lady, and this happens very much in India. There was this OnlyFans female who went to India, and I think wherever she went, all these guys dressed up in, the typical, like, shirt and trouser, which is like a body fit and little mustache and hair, and they will run and take the photo like them, madam, and a photo. And they will just, like, you're walking and suddenly they'll barge in like this with the camera and they will do the selfie. Fine, if it's a film actor and it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, I understand that you are behaving mannerless. And obviously, you can't stand there, please, can I take a photograph? There's no time. But then, this is a lady, at least respect her boundaries, which is not there. And if they stand in one place, they just gang up on this lady, and many people are not safe with this. And we have had incidents where, in the pretext of Holi or some festival, they have manhandled a female, like saying happy Holi or whatever with the color, and then touching the breast and the face. That's not the way. That's very wrong. They don't know how to behave. In fact, I've even made this video before. This happened in, I think, when I was in my 20s, I think 16 or something. I went with my cousin. We just went to a phone, a phone where you pay money, and used to have that with the wire. So we paid money, and she's standing there with a skirt which is below her knee. It's not above the knee. And when she stood there, all these guys, and we're not talking of school boys or college boys, men. This was, this happened both in Mumbai and in Mangalore. These guys, like, they just stand. One guy stands, second guy stand, and next thing you know, all of them are standing like this. They, like in Mangalore, they lift up their lungi and they fold and this, and next thing you know, there are people even trying to pass by so they can brush the body or something, and it becomes very scary. We just like finished the call fast and took a rickshaw and went off. This is very common in India. And if you have the lights that go off, or if you have some darkness, or is a crowded place, finished. It's very dangerous. I've seen even in Pakistan, it seems, one social influencer, like a mad idiot, she went into a crowded place where all these Pakistani guys are there. They ripped her clothes off, man. It's, I don't know. These men really don't know how to behave. Anyway, since I'm talking about India, very dangerous. Number 7, this has happened to one of my clients. He's not an Indian. He went to India to some of those caves or something, and it seems he was standing with his girlfriend in India. And next thing you know, this guy or this group of guys, normally you take a video like this if you want to take he's taking the other way around, like he's holding the phone like this, and he's literally coming in like on her face and taking like up and down. So the guy said, "Excuse me, what are you doing?" And he aggressively replied, "Hey, chubbe," and this and that, and threatened to fight. And then 2, 3 guys came in. He felt very unsafe. And because he had a tour guide, they immediately bundled together as a group and they walked off. I have even known, there is one follower of mine on who subscribes to my content. She's a 50 plus lady. And she's not, like the sexy, beautiful, hot female. But she seems that because she was the only white female, Western female in that area, and you're talking of someone who has friends who are in their 50s and 60s, the guys used to wait when she would come down, and then they would run coming in groups and try to rub against her. And some of them even sometimes used to unzip and show their appendages when she would walk, and they would try to flap. And she said, I just couldn't handle it. This happened in Delhi when she was in Delhi. She said, I couldn't take it anymore. So, and then she decided, okay, I'm going to stay in an area where there is families. But there also, when she had a bad experience, she decided, I can't stay in India. And you can tell me, maybe you might think, oh, this is a one-off incident. Then number 8 is Indians generally don't mind their own business. They have to know what is happening with your life, who you with, what you do, what you eat, where you live, how you earn money, everything. They are just interested to know more about you. And that is why even I had one of these guys who I kicked him out of my group. He's busy making fun of, he got kicked out. He even created a fake Instagram account that got shut down after 2 months of hard work, which was comedic, sorry. He makes fun of how much one is he has this racist undertone whereby he says Malbari, he calls me, which I don't see it as an insult. For me, you can call me a South Indian, Keralite, Mangalorean, Tamilian. For me, I don't feel bad about it. And if you'd call me from North India or Delhiite or Mumbaiite, or I'm not going to feel proud. I'm just happy Indian. For me, that's one. So I don't know what mentality goes with being different states. So he used to make fun of, like, oh, how much do you earn per day? Ha ha ha, you earn peanuts. Then, oh, how many views you got? You got only 100, 200 views. Or how many subscribers you got? All fake. How do you dress? You dress like cheap shit. You look ugly. Your wife looks like this. Your kid looks like this. Your life is shit. All these areas he made fun of me. Okay? And he keeps questioning, creating fake. What the hell? What are your education calling? Who are your clients? Everything. And everything that I speak, if I get a letter of recommendation, he says it's fake. He says, I manufactured it. I send an email to myself, copy pasted. Okay, fine. But then when he finally put up a video, the title was Loy Machedo harassed me, and he he claimed that he got kicked out of my group. That is the harassment. Again, I kicked him out of the group for misbehaving. And he said, please share this vid. He doesn't call it a video. He called it, please share this vid, like and share this vid. And there, if you see his face, I'll tell you this. This is not me, making fun of someone. He really, I'm not going to take his name. I'm not going to acknowledge who is he. You can find out if you want. He looks like a toilet cleaner. You get some of these people who are very poor, but they clean toilets or they fix toilets. He actually looks like that. He called me ugly and he says, which female will fall for you? He looks, not even a homosexual or forget, not even maybe an animal would find him attractive. He is that, I don't know what he did to his face. And on top of that, he was without his clothes. I thought it was one of those porno flicks where you have, bestiality and having sex with, underground porn or something. I thought he was one of those characters. And he's making fun of my English, he's making fun of my education when he himself, he doesn't call what he created a video. He calls it, please share this vid. So the point I'm trying to say is, why you so obsessed about me and my business or my life when you yourself, your life is completely broken, shattered, and in pieces? I get so many of these keyboard warriors who literally talk crap about me and my life, but they'll hide behind a fake name. They'll hide behind fake. They'll question, how much money do I make? What do I do? And it's not just limited to me. There are so many other, they'll make fun of people, how much they're earning or their education and all that, even in my groups. And I shut them up and I tell them, why don't we talk about how much you are earning? What is your education? So, and then zip.com, And let me add one extra point, which I'm not stated here. Okay, the minding the business, you could say 8.5. Our Indians know everything. They are the experts at everything. One of the YouTubers calls it WhatsApp University experts. They know about the Indian economy, American economy, Russian economy, global affairs, IMF. But if you ask them about their personal life, their career, zero. Anyway, point number 9 is this classic case of hero worship. Indians have this very badly. If, like, Narendra Modi is a god for many of these people. BJP is like their identity. Shah Rukh Khan is like, if you talk about his movie being bad, people actually can physically assault you. Even Rajinikanth, it seems, when he came out with this, Rajinikanth is an actual living god for them. They worship them. They even put garland. They break offerings and all that. People worship them. And if you were to talk anything negative about a film star or even an actress, people can, in some cases, even try to kill you. So this hero worship is a very dangerous thing because you just throw out your brains and blindly follow whatever they say. So I guess maybe they're looking for role models. That is why they worship Salman Khan and Shah Rukh Khan and Narendra Modi and whatever. I don't know, name it, Hrithik Roshan. So hero worship is another stupid thing. Number 10 is religion and superstitious. Okay, if you are talking about religion to improve and become better, I don't have a problem with that. But then when you start taking your religious beliefs and assumptions to hurt and harm a human being, like cow is God for some of these people. So if a Muslim man were to take cow for slaughter or for trading or this thing, they beat him, break his legs, actually with a sledgehammer, break his legs, kill him. That is a level of paranoia. And you might think, oh, this is a one-off case. No, it's not a one-off case. It's very. They have this paranoia of, oh, he's Muslim and he's in the love jihad where he'll convert all our Hindu girls into Muslim. May happen. It does happen in Muslim countries. In India also, I would say there is a possibility, yes, but not as mad as these Hindu, not all Hindus, these vigilantes, as who want to take the law in their hands. If they see a guy and girl together, they will beat them, they will hit them, and in some cases kill them. And then there is this absolute hatred for Hindus versus Muslims. Absolute hatred. I've even spoken to politicians where, this Islamic jihadi, this Khalistani, this Islamic terrorists, uh, this name calling, and they even sometimes, if they don't like a Christian, oh, you're a rice bag, and for a sack of rice you converted. Yeah, when the prices of rice went high, all our Hindu brothers and sisters also stored rice. So rice bag is across the board. And I tell them, when someone calls me rice bag, I say I would rather be a rice bag than be a cow piss drinker. Cow dung and cow piss drinker. You can just Google search and you'll find that out. And yes, even during COVID, they actually were putting cow dung on their face, having bath in it, putting it on the car, drinking cow urine. You can search all this. This all happened. The level of superstitious and religiousness, there were even videos and photographs of naked, these agori or some sadhu who eat flesh of dead people after cooking them or something. I don't know what they do. And they're naked and they're touching their penis and putting their head and doing this for fertility. So religion and religious superstition are very rampant even today in India. And as long as this is there, you can never grow. Number 11 is the discount. No matter how rich you are, an Indian will always ask you for a discount. Last price, final price, the last price. And what makes it really embarrassing is you'll see this guy have the latest iPhone on the Samsung phone. You'll see him driving a Mercedes Benz or a BMW, but he'll bargain with a guy who's selling onions or fish or meat. Means poor people. I don't know, maybe they look at it as an air of superiority. I was able to negotiate. But it really messes up. Man, let the guy who's selling onions, let him bloody earn just that 10 rupees or 50 rupees. You're going for exotic holidays, and even there also, just give them the money, man. Others don't bloody buy it. Yeah. Go to a dollar store and buy your stuff, no? And then you have this one pisses me off even more. People calling me up. They have a good life. They go to nightclubs. They travel. They have their girlfriends. They'll show hi-fi life. And then when they go through trouble, they approach me and say, please help me. Okay, this is my child. Bro, I'm going through a tough time, 2 years, no job. And so, in other words, you want me to do it for free? Yep. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, when I get the money, I'll pay you 10 times more, or I will tell all my friends to come to you. I'll pray for you. Yeah, listen, you piece of garbage. For 10, 20 years of your life, you enjoyed life. Now, when you're going through crappy, potty, shitty life, why should I take the cost for it? You take the cost, no? Go borrow. Borrow from someone, no? Why don't you sell off your fancy iPhone? Why don't you sell off your car? Get some money and pay my services. Why should I suffer because you have been a bloody idiot? So this free thing, they think Gmail is for free, YouTube is for free. I'm sitting here for free. And then they want to be respected. And last but not the least, I would say are Indians backstabbing. They call Indians like crab, the crab mentality. If you see crabs in a bucket, just leave them there. They cannot escape. Why? Because when one crab goes up, they pull it down. This backstabbing mentality. Like I'm giving actual facts. These guys will ask me, please help me. I need help. I need your guidance. I need your coaching. And when I refuse to do it for free, or when I refuse to do it at a discount, or if I give them what they want, they turn around and literally abuse the daylights out of me. Means you had that in you, but you faked it. There have been people who have actually assisted. Get a load of this. Actually assisted. Help them get a job, a placement, because I felt sorry for them. And after they got the job, confirmed, then they said, listen, I want to tell you something. Okay. So you think, okay, I'm going to thank you. Don't act too smart, huh? You were acting too smart that time. You raising your voice and you're talking. Behave yourself. What? And then there was also this case where I told this guy, just can you put a positive feedback recommendation? I'll send you the link. No, I'm not happy with your service. What? And then there was another guy who, and this for free, I helped for free. There was this guy who, after helping him, when I asked him for the feedback, he said, Loy, don't mind, but I can't put a recommendation for you. And then I asked him, why? Like, I'm just curious, like, why? No, what will people think? You are an atheist and you act like this and you talk about girls. And, I come from a decent family, Loy, they will not like. Are you? In fact, you can check my videos. The most shocking client, this female didn't have food to eat, had her handbag had holes in it, her clothes were destroyed and frayed, her husband didn't have a job, her children were suffering. I made sure she got a job, her husband got a job, the children were taken care of, every single thing. And then when I called her, she had blocked my phone after she got everything. I'm not joking, huh? She actually blocked my phone. Now you'll be like, why the hell did she block? Like what? And don't worry, I didn't misbehave with her. She was like in 45, 50 years old. I was in my 30s. Finally, I took my girlfriend's phone and tried, and she picked up. I tried for a week, huh? She was not picking up, and then I realized she had blocked it. So I asked her straight, why the fuck are you blocking my phone? And her response was, you used me. I was like, what? I didn't understand. What do you mean use? How dare you? She's telling me, huh? How dare you write an article about me on your website saying that you helped someone in need? I said, but I have not put your name. She's saying, even though you didn't put my name and my identity, because that is a policy I follow, I never put anyone's name. Even though you didn't put my name, my identity, nothing you put. But people who know me know that it was me. People back home, what will they think? What will society say? That this tattooed freak, this satanic guy, and you took undue advantage of me just to get publicity and become famous? Real story, huh? Real story. I was like, oh goodness, I was so pissed off. In my life, I've never been. For a woman who didn't have money to eat, money for food to eat, place to stay, the clothes were torn, a bag was torn, husband didn't have anything, she didn't have a visa, her children were suffering. I sorted all of them out. And she got offended that I put an article without her name, without her identity, to get views. And for that, she took it as an insult that her name in society will spoil. Indian female. I made sure that she was taken care of. Within a few days, she lost a job, husband lost a job, children, whatever free was given, but no more support. And she was shameless enough to try to contact me again. She unblocked me, and now she wanted help again. She said, sorry for the misunderstanding, Loy, you know why. Sorry, not interested. Indian. So anyway, these are the 13 Indian behaviors, very common with our Indians. You tell me, since you watch the video, you tell me where I'm wrong. And I know what you'll say. Oh, it happens in all cultures. It happens everywhere. Fine, fine. Put your comments and thoughts down below. And I know I've spoken about this. You can put it as a bonus point. Women are much more safer in... No, cows are more safer in India than women. But then again, there is the other side of the story, which maybe I can make another video on. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Good, bad, ugly. I love to hear your thoughts. And with that, this is me signing off. You guys take care. All right. And yes, I know many of you say traitor, anti-Indian, hater, jealous, whatever. Feel free, comment. Let me see what you come up with. All right. You guys take care. This is me signing off. Ciao.